Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. You may have noticed videos have been quite scarce lately. The last video I uploaded as I'm filming this is my birthday book haul, which I filmed on my birthday, which was over a month ago, and then I think I uploaded about a month ago, so it's been about a month since I've uploaded any video, so my apologies for that, but my life has been a little crazy lately. A lot has happened. Where do I even begin? First of all, my mental health has really not been doing well. I have been really busy with grad school. If you don't know, I talk about this in every video, so I'm sorry if I'm being annoying, but if you don't know, I am in grad school studying to be a librarian, and I loved my first semester. It was really hard, but I loved all my classes. I liked my teachers for the most part. This semester, I did not like some of my classes, and the classes that I did like, I really didn't like the teachers. So this semester has been such a struggle in terms of my motivation because I just did not enjoy my experience at all. And like some of the classes I would have liked so much if I had just had better teachers, but alas, I didn't. So it's just what happens, I guess, sometimes in school. But my mental health has really not been good. Just the stress of school and just life has been really getting to me lately, and so whenever I'm not doing any work, then I did not have the energy to film at all. I did not do a April TBR, which I'm really sad about, but it's just what happened. Like, I didn't have time, and then when I did have free time, I just did not have the mental energy to film a video or anything. So the day I'm filming this, I should probably tell you, what's the date? It is April 10th, the magical readathon has started, and I am participating, but it's not going very well. I have finished 2 books so far in April, and I'll get to those in a second. But another thing that's happened in my life is I got my very first library job. I got hired a few weeks ago at a library for the summer, so it'll be the first time I work in a library. So I'm very excited, but I'm also very scared because it's like my first ever like real big girl job, you know? So I'm very stressed, but that doesn't start until May, so I have a few weeks to just finish up school. I do work at an independent bookstore, but for the summer I'm going to be leaving that job because I just don't have time to do both jobs. But I've spoken to my manager and she said I can come back in the fall. Thank God, because I love that bookstore job so much. So yeah, so this summer I'm going to be working basically full-time at this library, and I'm very excited but very stressed. But, you know, I'm very happy to get experience, and hopefully it'll be good, but I'm also I'm scared. But I still have a few weeks until that. So in terms of school, I just have one assignment left, but it was supposed to be due tomorrow, but we got an extension. It's a group assignment, but we got an extension because if you follow me on Instagram, or if you live in Quebec, you definitely know this if you live in Quebec. You may have seen it on the news. If you live in Canada, I don't know how much anywhere else includes Canada in their news, but basically there was a huge storm this past week in Quebec, mainly in my city. I'm gonna try not to make the story too long, but basically, so just to give you guys a bit of a timeline, today's Monday. The storm happened last Wednesday. It was this huge ice storm and so many people lost power, including myself. I think it was like 1.6 million people lost power. That number might be wrong, but I think that's the number I saw. But yeah, a lot of people lost power. And it was very stressful. I was never like worried for my life, but it was still pretty scary, and there was a lot of branches that were falling, and we have like 4 pretty big trees in our backyard. So a lot of branches fell, and thankfully like there wasn't really much damage done. We had minimal damage to our fence, but other than that, like, our house is fine and every person is fine. Laszlo was very scared. There was a lot of right on cue. But anyways, yeah, Laszlo was very scared because there was a lot of noise going on outside. So there was a lot of barking, which was not really helping my anxiety, but I was trying to like take care of him while also like not freak out myself. But yeah, so it was just pretty scary. Thursday we still didn't have power, and a lot of people in our area still didn't have power. And like my mom that morning went to a drive-through to get food because we didn't have food, we couldn't make food, but since everyone else didn't have power, the line for the drive-thru, it took her 2 hours to get food. Oh my god. So yeah, getting food was a bit of an issue. I mean, like, some places had power and so we could go and do drive-thru, and it, like, I mean, there wasn't really anything else to do, so I guess waiting wasn't that big of a deal, but it's still kind of annoying. And also, the only way to charge our phones was in the car, so we would just go for drives and drive around and charge our phones. The downtown area, which is where my school is, they pretty much got power back like after that first day, so I went to my school and went to the library to get a bit of work done, and it was very weird, like, walking around downtown and everyone was just like acting like everything was fine, and then I came home to my like freezing house where we had no power. It was just very odd. So Thursday we still didn't have power, and I was just getting really anxious. I wasn't sleeping, and again, I wasn't like scared for my life or anything, but it's just a pretty stressful situation. And it's also like exhausting. Like, first of all, it's freezing in our house with no heat, and also like there isn't much to do to like calm myself down. And you know, you would think that I would have gotten a lot of reading done, but I just couldn't focus because I was so stressed. And I was trying not to use my phone too much because I didn't want to drain the power, but I also like really wanted to talk to my friends, but also like our data wasn't really working, so it was just a mess. The whole thing was a mess. Then Friday came around, and when we woke up we still didn't have power, and my mom and I went to one of the studios that she teaches at to take showers because we hadn't showered yet, and that felt amazing. And then we went back home, and a few hours later we got power back. It came back like a couple times before it came back for good. So it finally came back on Friday, but our Wi-Fi was still out. So like, at least we had power, thank God, because a lot of people still today don't have power. Most people I think have gotten it back in the last few days, but some people still don't have their power back. So I'm very thankful that our power came back when it did. But we still didn't have Wi-Fi, so I still couldn't get any work done, and like, I had to use my data to talk to my friends, and I couldn't just do like the silly little things I wanted to do, like watch YouTube videos or watch Love is Blind, which I was very upset about. But I was very grateful that our power was back. So it came back Friday, and then the Wi-Fi finally came back Saturday, and since then it has been kind of like on and off. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will stay on now, because last night I went out for like a couple hours and I was in the middle of watching Love is Blind. So obviously these are all like very first world problems, but it was a pretty scary situation. I've never been through a power outage that lasted more than a day before, so it was just kind of scary, and I definitely did not get a lot of work done in the past few days. So our last assignment we got an extension for because a few people in my group didn't have power. All that to say is I just have one assignment left, and I mean, I'm doing pretty good progress on it, but since it's a group assignment, like, I can't just do it and hand it in. I gotta wait for my group to be able to do their parts and stuff. But that's going fine. So school is almost done, and then I'm actually invigilating exams this semester, because if you're a grad student you can apply to be an invigilator. So I'm gonna be doing that, which is gonna be kind of boring, but I get paid, so that's fine. So that starts next week. So those are all the things that are going on, like, personally in my personal life. I don't know if anyone needed that update, but you got it. So that's what's been going on. That's why there hasn't been any videos lately, but I'm hoping by the time this goes up I will have uploaded like a book haul or something, or I want to film a book haul of like all the books I've hauled this year so far, because there's a lot. There are maybe too many, but it's fine. And then I just want to do a few more videos. I want to do more vlogs. I want to film like a wrap-up of also the books I've read so far this year, because I have not filmed any wrap-ups this year. I haven't filmed a wrap-up since I think November of 2022, so unless you follow me on Instagram, like, or on Goodreads, you don't know what I've read. It's fine. Everything's fine. But just to quickly tell you what I've read so far this month, the first book I finished this month was This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson, and you may have heard a lot about this book lately because a lot of schools in the States have been banning this book. So I wanted to show my support and read it, and I think the copy that my library had is the original version, because I know it's been updated since then, and it just, I didn't really like the language that was used in this book. I mean, first of all, I'm pretty sure the author wrote this book before she transitioned, because she would refer to herself as a gay man, and she is no longer a gay man, she's a woman. So it just, like, I was kind of upset that that's the version my library had, but is what it had. What can I do? And also just a lot of the language used, like there was barely any mention of asexual people, and when there was, it was very much like the stereotypical view that a lot of people have of asexual people, and that like asexual people don't like sex or they don't have sex, which is not true. And then they kind of just moved on. And so I kind of wish there was a bit more of a discussion about asexual people. And also it was very like binary thinking. There was a lot of discussion about like men, women, and trans men and trans women, but no mention at all of non-binary people. So I think it was a good book, you know, for what it was. I mean, it was originally written in 2014, so I'm sure like in 2014 there weren't really a lot of books like this that were out. So I definitely appreciate it for what it was. I would have liked to read the updated version, and hopefully there would have been a bit more inclusive language in the updated version, but I cannot tell you. So for the book that I read, I gave it 2 stars. That in no way means that I think it should be banned anywhere, especially if the updated version is being circulated. I definitely don't think it should be banned, but for what I read, I gave it 2 stars. And also like the book tried to be funny, and it was, the humor just felt really out of place. Like we would be talking about something serious and then the author would add a joke, and I was like, this doesn't feel like the right place for a joke. So anyways, I'm sure the updated version is better, but I read what my library gave me. So I gave it 2 stars. The next book I finished, which I was in the middle of when the power outage started. I'm sorry if you can hear a siren somewhere. There's been a lot of trucks and sirens and things going on lately, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But the next book I finished was Tripping Arcadia by Kit Mayquist. I was supposed to read this for Jan's Full Moon Book Club, but the live show was on Thursday and my power was still out, so I couldn't join the live show, which I was really sad about because I was very excited to be a co-host. The universe had other plans for me. The universe wanted me to freeze in my house instead. So I still read it and I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. The beginning of this book was amazing, giving me 5-star feels, and then it just kind of like, the writing was so beautiful. And the writing, I mean, I liked the writing throughout, but it just kind of like, the plot, I didn't care as much as I thought I would about it. Very briefly, this is like a very loose Great Gatsby retelling, but like if you're like going into it being excited about the Great Gatsby aspect of the book, like maybe simmer down your expectations, because there were only a few points where I was like, oh, I guess I see how this is related to Great Gatsby. But anyways, you're following this girl, I don't even remember her name, Lena I think, who gets this job working for this very rich family. She is the physician's assistant helping out the son of the family who is very sick, but it's not really clear what he is sick with. And he also has a sister who Lena finds very pretty, and then she kind of finds out that the father of this family is basically the reason that her family is poor, because her father used to work for them and he was fired, and now her family doesn't have a lot of money. Her father is also sick. There's a lot of going on. So she's like, should I take revenge on this family? Maybe. And it just kind of goes from there. It's definitely very interesting. I have never read a book like this before, but the beginning was definitely a lot stronger than the end, in my opinion. There was also a lot of twists near the end, and like I was with it until a certain point, and then it, like, there just kind of kept being twists, and I was like, okay, when is this book gonna end? So yeah, anyways, I give it 4 stars. I would recommend it if you're interested, but it just wasn't the 5-star that I was hoping it would be. And did I say I finished 3 books? Because that's a lie. I've only finished those 2 books. But the next book that I started is Queen of Fear and Darkness by, I almost said Sarah J. Maas, by Cassandra Clare. As you can see, this book is quite chunky. This was the March book for the Shadowhunters read-along. I'm very behind, okay? But life has been a little crazy. But I am on page 104. So I am only partly through. But this is the 3rd book in the Dark Artifices book series, and I mean, there's not much I can say, but this book definitely picks up right where Lord of Shadows left off, which was on a very sad note. I started this the first night that we had power, so I was really exhausted, and the beginning of this book, like just thinking about it makes me emotional, because it's like the aftermath of the very end of Lord of Shadows. If you know, you know. And so I read the first few chapters of this and I was just sobbing the whole time. Because I was just, I mean, it was really sad, and I was also just so tired. I mean, so far I'm liking it. If you remember, if you saw the live shows for Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows, like, I didn't love those books. Lady Midnight I gave 3.5 and Lord of Shadows I think I gave 3. So far I'm liking this book a lot more than the other two, so I'm very excited to continue it. Also the cover, stunning. So I think those are all my updates. I don't know what this vlog is really gonna look like. I'm probably just gonna vlog for the week and see what happens. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things with reading and filming because I haven't read much and I haven't filmed much. But yeah, so I figured I'd start this vlog today. It's gonna be like kind of a magical readathon, kind of just like a week in my life vlog. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to my dad's for like an Easter dinner. We don't really celebrate Easter, but it just gives us an excuse to do something. So we're having dinner at my dad's, and my boyfriend's coming over later. And I'm just expecting to have a chill day. I mean, it's already like 2 o'clock, so I should eat lunch. And then maybe I'll read or play Switch. I've gotten back into Stardew Valley, which is very exciting. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My brain is still like on high alert, it feels like, from the storm and the power outage and everything. So I just want to chill. So I think I'm gonna go eat and wait for my boyfriend to get here. And yeah, so welcome to this vlog. I'm sorry this intro is so long, but if you wanted an update on what's been going on, there you go. And I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna go do something, and I'll see you guys at some other point.
Is this a new dress? It looks yellow.
Saying that she was gonna announce something tonight. Suspicious. Suspicious.
I'm wearing a girl shaped like a pastry. Stop it. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. We both did the same thing. We both went.
Oh, and how convenient. Speak now. Taylor's version coming out tonight.
How convenient.
Say it right now.
I'll do anything you say. It is Tuesday now of the next week, so it's been like a week since I opened this vlog. And then I just haven't updated. I am still getting back into the swing of things. I forgot how to vlog and I'm very sorry for not updating you guys, but honestly, like, my brain has just been in so many different places lately. I did finish my semester of school, so that's great. It was definitely like anticlimactic because my last assignment was a group assignment, so like I finished my part, but we couldn't submit our assignment yet because not everyone in my group was done with their parts. So like I finished, but I was still waiting like for them to finish and to hear if any of them needed me to change anything. So I was like, I feel like I'm done, but I'm not officially done. And then we submitted it, but it was like, I don't know, it just didn't feel the same. So I feel like I'm still like in school mode. I've also, I think I mentioned that I was invigilating exams this semester, so I started that yesterday. That like being at school makes me feel like school isn't done yet, even though I am done. But also my first shift was yesterday and it did not go very well. I made a lot of mistakes, but I did it again today and it definitely went better. So I'm hoping with each shift I will make less mistakes. But yesterday was just a very stressful day, and I have to get up so early for these shifts. So I've just been so exhausted. But just to quickly update you guys in terms of like life stuff, and then I'll talk to you about a reading update, which is not gonna be very exciting, but it's fine. So you saw me reacting to, first was the secret songs for the Eras tour from last Friday, or was it even Thursday? I think it was Thursday. It was the first night in Tampa. So the songs were Speak Now and Treacherous. So that's what I was reacting to in case you were confused. Every time Taylor performs a show, I watch, because if you guys don't know, have I mentioned this? I'm going to the show in New Jersey with Kasey at the end of May, which is crazy to think about. So every time she performs a secret song, knowing that she's not going to do it at our show, it is a big moment. Me, Lisa, and Kasey like to react to the songs together. So that's what that was. And then the next morning I watched the Love is Blind finale, not the reunion, but the weddings episode. So I found out like which couples got married and which ones didn't. And I don't want to spoil anything. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows spoilers by now, but all I'm gonna say is the couple that I really wanted to get married did, and I'm very happy. So that was my reaction to that. And then after that, I don't think I filmed anything else. Like this weekend, I worked on Saturday, I had rehearsal on Sunday. Have I mentioned I'm in a show? I don't think I've mentioned that at all in any videos. I'm doing a musical that's like near where I live, and I'm doing it with a lot of my friends. I'm doing it with my brother, his girlfriend, my boyfriend, one of my best friends, and then a few other friends of mine, and it's gonna be really fun. I mean, so far it's been really fun. So we have rehearsals every Sunday. So I had that Sunday, and then yesterday I started invigilating. I did the same today. That's kind of what's been going on with me. So even though I'm done school, it's been pretty busy. I have kind of been reading. I'm not like super far. I'm still reading Queen of Air and Darkness, obviously. Ooh, I just ripped that. I'm on page 236. So I can't even remember what I said about this so far, but so far I'm liking this. I think it's my favorite of this trilogy so far. My general consensus of this series is that I really don't care about Emma and Julian. I care about all the side characters, and I wish I cared more about them, but because they're kind of dragging the series down for me. But literally, I love every single perspective except for theirs, and they're the main characters, which is unfortunate. Well, I don't even want to say who I love because I'm worried about spoiling something. There's just one storyline that I'm a little concerned about, and I'm sure, you know, I'm sure Kasey will put us through the ringer and then it'll be somewhat fine, maybe. I don't know. But I'm just a little nervous about where that's going. And then I also started an audiobook since I've been traveling to school, and you know, it takes me a while. So I started a new audiobook, and I'm using this for the prompt for the magical readathon to, I can't remember what class it's for, but the prompt was to like close your eyes and pick a book. And I was going to film this, but then I ended up picking this book at like 6 in the morning, so I didn't film it. But basically what I did was I went on Scribd and like scrolled through the books that I've saved on Scribd with my eyes closed, and then I picked one. I hope you enjoyed my reenactment of that. But the book I landed on was, I think it's called The Banned Bookshop of Maggie. Maggie? Is her name Maggie? The Banned Bookshop of Maggie something by, I don't remember the author's name. I'll have the cover here. I'm almost done this book. I have like an hour left of the audiobook. And I was expecting just like a silly, goofy time, and it is very silly and goofy. I wouldn't call it a good time. It's hard to explain. It's basically about this woman who has always kind of felt lost in her life. She feels like everyone else has it figured out except for her, which like relatable. And she ends up going to this small town where her friend lives because her friend is about to give birth, and she runs this bookshop. And so she goes to help her out because when she gives birth, she won't be able to work. So she's like, oh, I'll help you out because I don't have a job and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So she goes, but this bookshop like is a big tourist attraction because it's owned by the grandson of this like famous author who wrote this like super famous literary fiction book. And so that's like the main tourist attraction of this town, is that people come to see where this famous author wrote this book and whatever. But this bookshop only carries like that author's books and classics, and it's like a rule that they don't carry books that are newer than like I don't remember, 70s, something like that. And so Maggie, I'm pretty sure her name's Maggie. That'd be really bad if that's not her name because it's the name of the book. But she's not into reading. She does not understand her friend who's always loved reading. How could you find entertainment just staring at a page? I believe that's what she said, which I was like, okay, like, I mean, it is interesting to be in the perspective of someone who's like getting into reading during the book, because I feel like in a lot of romances, like they're already a bookworm, and like obviously that's something we relate to as bookworms. So that is an interesting perspective, but also like it was very heavy-handed. Like she was like, how do people look at a page and find enjoyment? And like she associates reading with only reading like classics because of school, which like, you know, is relatable for a lot of people who after high school didn't want to read for fun. Like, I get it. It's just like some of the stuff she says, it's like, oh, why would you like, and I'm like, okay, like we get it. She doesn't like reading. And then like people will reference like classics, but they'll do it in such an obvious way that like they're obviously talking about a book, and she'll be like, oh, is that a friend of yours? And they're like, no, it's a literary character. And I'm like, we get it. She doesn't know books. But anyways, I'm just a little annoyed by the main character. But she starts to discover a love for like romance books, and she didn't even know that there were rom-com romance books because she loves rom-com movies. So she's like, it's not fair that this bookstore only carries classics because there's other books out there and a lot of people don't like reading classics. So she starts like selling, she like orders other books, like more modern books, and starts selling them through the bookstore. But somehow the owner never finds out, and like her friend never finds out. She fakes like the reports so that the owner doesn't see that she's selling like these illegal books and not like the classics that they carry, which like I understand in most romances you have to suspend your disbelief for the plot because usually it's stuff that would like never happen in real life, but this is like pushing it a little bit. Like I work at an independent bookstore, and there's no way anyone could ever get away with doing this without my manager finding out. Like there's no way this would ever happen. Like just selling things that you don't have and then faking the report and being like hee. Like how would they not notice that their stock isn't going down even though it says that it is? Like, first of all, so anyways, that's the whole premise basically. And she starts hosting like these events at this bookstore that somehow no one ever finds out about, and the whole premise is just really like unbelievable. So it's like a silly goofy time. I'm not like absolutely hating it, but I wish it was like a little, like just a tad more realistic, because I'm having trouble like believing any of this would ever happen and ever. But anyways, so that's the book I'm reading, and I'll probably finish that soon. And yeah, so those are the two books I'm reading. I'm just really hoping I can finish this soon. Like, I really just want to finish this. Tomorrow I don't work, thankfully. So tomorrow's like my first like proper day off since I've finished school, because I worked Saturday. Like I officially finished Friday, Then I worked Saturday, had rehearsal Sunday, and then worked the past 2 days invigilating. So tomorrow I have nothing except for therapy, but that's fine. But yeah, so maybe I'll read some of this tomorrow. I'm hoping to read some tonight too, but I am so tired, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. But yeah, I thought I should update you guys. I don't know how long this vlog is gonna span, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe I'll just go till the end of April. It'll just be like an April vlog. I don't know. I don't know. And I can't ask for you guys' opinion because you're watching this when it's done. So anyways, I'll try not to wait over a week to update again, but that's what's been going on. Thanks for being patient with me, and I'll see you guys soon.
There, but you're also over here.
Okay, hey guys. The theme of this vlog is just trying our best. It is now Monday of the next week. So basically I'm just gonna update once every week. It's fine, but I figured I should update you guys quickly what's been going on in the past week. I have had a few more invigilating shifts and they have gone much better than the first one, so that's good. I went out for dinner the other night with my friend Salma and a bunch of our friends to celebrate her birthday, so that was fun. I filmed a book haul the other day and I just finished filming my Made TBR, so look at me go. And today I have spent a lot of the day filling out forms for my new job, which starts a week from today, and I am very stressed about it. I have been feeling so stressed the past few days, so the rest of the day I'm just gonna relax. It is like 4 p.m. now, so I'm just gonna try to relax because I'm very stressed. I do invigilate again tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'm done with that, so that's good. But yeah, so that's a quick little life update. In terms of reading, I'm still reading this freaking book. I am now on page, what page is this? 385. So we're like about halfway. Probably a little less than halfway, but you know what? We're trying. I'm still feeling the same about it. If anything, I'm kind of liking it a little less. I'm just not, like, this whole series, I just haven't been super interested in it. Like I've mentioned, like, Emma and Julian, I do not really care about them at all. I mainly care about Kit and Ty. They're so cute, I love them. And I just want to make sure they're okay. And then all the other characters like I like, but it's just no match for like the Infernal Devices series for me. So it's just kind of hard for me to get into it, and I wish it wasn't this long, but you know, we're trying. So I'm still reading this. I did end up finishing that book, The Banned Bookshop of Maggie Banks, I think is what it was called, by Shauna Robinson. I finished that the other day. I could go on and on about how stupid that book is. I ended up giving it 1 star. Like, I just could not take it seriously at all. And I know romances, I think I mentioned this, but I know romances, like, you always kind of have to suspend your disbelief a little bit in romances because obviously those things don't happen in real life. But this was like, it was asking a lot of me. First of all, our main character goes from knowing nothing about books to being like the biggest advocate for reading in the matter of like 2 months, and everyone in the town is like, oh my god, thanks to her we found our love of reading. And I'm like, please, like okay, she literally knows nothing. She read like 2 books and was like, wow, I'm a genius about reading. And I'm like, okay. So there's all that. There's her like running this banned bookshop where she sells books that the bookshop doesn't actually sell, and then she fakes the sales report so that the owner doesn't know. And I'm like, there's no way that that would ever happen. Like, that's not how it works. The romance was basically non-existent. There was absolutely no chemistry between these two, and also like the love interest, they kind of had this deal going where like he would give her a classic to read that he really likes, and she would give him an activity to do to kind of like bring him out of his comfort zone, and he did everything she wanted to do, and she barely read the books that he would give her. And like, she could have been honest and said like, you know what, like, I really can't read these classics, it's not for me. But like, he made the effort, even though he didn't like doing these activities, he made the effort to do them because she asked him to. And she would like kind of read, and then she just stopped reading them altogether and was like, I'm not doing this anymore, but you're gonna keep doing these activities. And I'm like, that's not the basis of a good relationship. There was just so many things about it that just made no sense, and it was just not good. So I gave it 1 star because it really bothered me. So I did not like that. But then I started a new audiobook, and that is If It Makes You Happy by Claire Kahn. And I started this because I realized I hadn't completed the Buzzwordathon prompt for the month yet, which was emotions. And so if it makes you happy, haha, we get it. And I am loving this. I'm loving this book so far. This is my second Claire Kahn book, and I have a feeling it's gonna be my second 5-star Claire Kahn book. Like, what does she put in her books? I don't know. But it's basically about this girl who every summer she goes to, I can't remember where, but she goes to where her grandmother lives, and her grandmother owns this like cafe, restaurant, bakery. I guess it's a bakery, I don't know. It's been a few days since I've listened to it. But she owns this bakery, and so she works for her grandmother in the summer, and her partner lives in this town as well, and they describe it as a queer platonic relationship. But the main character, Winnie, I think is her name, she says like even that doesn't seem to define it. But if you guys don't know, I'm definitely not the person to explain a queer platonic relationship. The first time I heard about that was in Angela Chen's book, Ace, the nonfiction book. But it is essentially a relationship between two people that is not necessarily platonic, but not necessarily romantic. It's kind of in between, and it's something that I've never read about in a fiction book before, and it's very interesting, and it's a breath of fresh air to read about, honestly, especially in a young adult contemporary. Like, this girl is, I think, 18 or 19, and like the emotional maturity that she has, like she understands her feelings for her partner, and her partner understands her feelings for her as well. And like, they know their relationship, they're very comfortable in their relationship. And if people, like, there's another character who was like, you guys are dating, and she was like, no we're not, and he's like, well yeah you are, and she's like, no. And like, she's just very comfortable in knowing that like, this is her relationship, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. And I just love that about her. She also has this crush on this other guy, and this guy and her partner are basically going to be like fighting in this competition to like, I don't even know how to describe it. There's this thing every summer that they do where someone in the town is picked to be like the royal of the town or something, and then people have to fight for their hand. And so it's gonna be between her partner and this guy that she has a crush on. So that'll be interesting. And I just love how there's so much queerness in this book, and I love how it's discussed. Also, our main character is fat, and I love how her fatness is described in this book. She's very comfortable in her weight and how her body looks. She has no interest in losing weight, and she does not care what other people think. She does not care if people think she should lose weight because it's her body. And I just love reading those parts. Like, there's a scene where she's at the doctor's and her grandmother takes her, and the doctor, like, she's just there to get a blood test, and the doctor wants to weigh her, and she's like, actually, I don't want to be weighed, like, I just want to get the blood test. And he's like, well, I want to weigh you to get all of the information that I need. And she's like, well, actually, legally, I'm allowed to refuse, and I don't want to be weighed, I just want to do the blood test. And then her grandmother starts being like, don't be rude, just let him weigh you, blah, blah, blah. And like, the two of them keep pushing her and pushing her. She kind of explodes and stands up for herself, and it was amazing. Like, this girl is such a girl boss. I love her so much. I love the way she just talks about her body, and the way she talks about food also. It's just a lot that I'm relating to, and I just really, really like it. So I'm loving this book, and I can't wait to keep listening to it. So yeah, those are my reading updates, and who knows when I'll update you guys again, but I'm gonna hopefully read more of this today, and I'll keep listening to my audiobook when I go to my shift tomorrow. And I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day probably playing Switch. I've been playing, have I mentioned this? I've been playing Portal and Portal 2 again, which is a game I played a lot when I was like 14. and I'm having so much fun playing it again because I haven't played it since then. And it's really fun. So I've been playing that again, and I'm just gonna watch booktube probably and read and just have a chill rest of the day before I have to work tomorrow. So yeah, so that's my update. I'll talk to you guys whenever I see you. There are children yelling outside. Oh my god, there's a whole pack of them. I think the high school just let out. Anyways, hello, it's Thursday. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a haircut today. Thank you. I don't know, I cut it a bit shorter and I like it. So there you go. Quick update. I had my last invigilating shifts yesterday, so that's done. Yay! I don't know, it went okay. Why are they stopping in front of my house? Just go home, you youths. But anyways, I finished If It Makes You Happy yesterday and I loved it. Oh my god, it might be my favorite book I've read so far this year. Maybe, I don't know yet, but it was just so good. It was so queer, and I loved the discussions about being fat and fat phobia and just living as, I mean, I really loved our main character. Like, I loved being in her head so much. I loved how mature she was, but she still felt like a teenager, and I loved like her perspective as a queer fat black young woman, and I thought it was just great. I loved the love interest. He was so sweet. And I really liked the relationship between her and her partner Kara. Kara got on my nerves sometimes, but she also like felt really human. So like the mistakes she made, I was like, okay, I guess I understand why you would do that. But anyways, I just loved it. I thought it was great. This book is so underrated. I don't know anybody who's read this book, so please pick this up. I love it so much. Oh my god, it's so good. So I finished that yesterday, and then I started a new audiobook. I started The Writing Retreat by Julie something. I forget the author's name. And that is a mystery thriller that recently came out. It's about this woman who's a writer and she goes on a writing retreat. Big shocker. I'm not very far into it yet, but so far it's intriguing. Basically, it's like a group of women who are invited to this like famous author's manor, and they go for a writing retreat, and then I assume people start dying, something like that. So that's what I started yesterday. I don't think I'll finish it before the month is over because, like, since I'm not going downtown anymore to work, I'm not gonna listen to audiobooks probably until I start my new job, which is not until May 1st. But yeah, so that's my reading update today. Got my hair cut. That's about it, but I'm about to try on a bunch of clothes that I got because I needed new clothes. So I thought I would do that with you guys. So I'm gonna film that part on my phone because it's just gonna be way easier. So if you're interested, this next part is gonna be a clothing haul, or a clothing try on, I should say. So very exciting. Let's just get to that. So I'm in my mom's room because she has this big mirror, but here's the first thing I'm trying on. I really like this tank top. I can't tell if these pants are too big or not. I don't know, but I really like them. Like, I might just need to shorten them at the bottom maybe. I don't know, but I really like them. Also, I think everything I have is from Old Navy, in case you're interested, but I don't know how to do this. That's the first thing. This is the same tank top, but I also got this jean jacket that I like a lot, as well as these jeans, which I like a lot, but again, I think they're too big. I don't know. They look too big to me. I will have to show my mom everything because I don't know anything about clothes, so I do like them a lot though, but I think they're too big. These are the same jeans. I'm quite sure they're a little too big, but I also got this pink bodysuit, which I really like. So we have something that fits properly, but yeah, stunning. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, this is just an oversized shirt, and I can't tell if I like it or if I look like I'm in a hospital gown. Like, I kind of like it. I do like oversized things, but I don't know. Maybe I could like tuck it in. I don't know. I don't know anything about style, guys, but I kind of like it. Or is it too oversized? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, I forgot about this shirt, but I really like it. I like it a lot. Also, these pants are like slowly falling down. So I definitely think they're too big, but I really like this shirt. I don't know how to pose, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Good job. This is just a random t-shirt, but I like it a lot. Once again, I think this color suits me well. Please ignore the jeans. I'm still wearing them because I don't think I have other bottoms to try on, but yeah, I don't know. I like it. Cute. She's cute. Okay, I love this. Hello. Who is she? I would wear something different underneath, but I really like this. I like it a lot. Yay. So the good news is I found more pants. The bad news, these are also too big on me. I tried to tie them in a way, I don't know. Clearly I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm quite sure these are they're too big. It kind of looks like they're not too big, but I think they're too big. But this is the same shirt as the other one I showed before, but black. So we love that. We're doing great for tops. The bottoms, I clearly do not know my size. But I do love these pants. So if I could get them in the right size, that would be great. Okay, I also got these shorts, which honestly, these might fit. I can't really tell. I will need a second opinion. But they definitely fit better than all the other bottoms I've tried. And I do like them a lot. I love this color. It's very cute. This shirt, I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of feel like I look like a little boy. So, do I like it? I mean, this outfit, like, do I look cute or do I look like a little boy? Be honest, I don't know. But the shorts are a win. They just might be too big. I don't know. It turns out I got more bottoms than I thought. So I also have these. By the way, everything looks very creased because I literally just opened them all. But I think I like this. Is it too big? I mean, they're supposed to be stretchy. So I don't know. I think, again, I'll need a second opinion. But honestly, this outfit, I kind of like it. I don't look like a little boy anymore. So I don't know. Do we like this? I don't know. They're very comfortable. I don't know. Who is this? Hello? I love this. Also, I didn't know there was like little slits here. I'm wearing a tank top under right now, but you know, could get a little frisky. I really like this. I like this a lot, and I think it fits. Who is she? Wow. I feel like I look like I could wear this at my new job and people would be like, that's a librarian. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think I like this a lot. I think I have one more thing to try on, but I think this is a win. Okay, I lied. I actually have two things left. But look at this jumpsuit. It's so cute and it has pockets. Oh my god. I love it so much. It fits so well. Oh my god. It's so cute. What the heck? And it's so comfortable. Like, I'm just gonna wear this every day. There goes Laszlo. Laszlo approves. And so do I. Yeehaw. Okay, so here's the last thing. I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I mean, first of all, there's a hole, so that's not great. Do I like this? I like the color. But I don't know. This is an anticlimactic note to end it on, but I don't know if I like this. But that's everything. Thanks for coming along. Give me your thoughts if you feel like it, but nothing mean. Okay, great. Okay, hey everyone. It's me again, obviously. It's Saturday now, the 29th, so this month is coming to an end soon, which means this vlog will need to end soon, but I wanted to update you guys because I have a bit of a book haul for you. So today was my last day at the bookstore that I work at. I am returning in the fall because the library job I got is only for the summer. It's like 16 weeks or something, and my manager at the bookstore is letting me come back in the fall, which I'm very grateful for because I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of income coming in while I'm in school, and also I just love it there so much and I love my manager. She wrote me this really nice card. it's fine. But yeah, I got some books. So I'm gonna show you. First of all, this book I don't think is even out yet. I think it comes out this week. But I don't even know, like I don't think I've heard of it. I don't really know what it's about. But it has beautiful sprayed edges. So I got it. So that book is, what is it? Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And that author definitely sounds familiar, but I looked at her other books and I don't think I know what they are, so I don't know. I'm sure I've seen them around. But first of all, this cover, very nice. Okay, look at these edges. Look at it. Like, I had to get it. Also, they're like, can you see they're dragons? And this is about dragons. Like, come on now. 20-year-old Violet Sorengale was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now the commanding general, also known as her toughest talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre, dragon riders. It's giving How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, I'm very excited. So I got this. This is the only book that I bought today because the other ones were all free, so I'll show you those next. But I'm very intrigued by this and I can't wait to read it. Oh wait, I forgot. I actually have another book. This arrived the other day because I had pre-ordered it, but that is by Emily Henry. This is her newest book and I am so excited. I've read all of her adult romance books and I gave them all 5 stars. I just love her writing so much. I love her romances and I'm very excited about this one. I am like a tiny bit worried just because it's second chance romance and I don't love second chance romance, but if anyone is gonna make me like it, it's Emily Henry. So I'm very excited, and I forgot to mention this in my May TBR, but I will hopefully also be buddy reading this with Lisa and Casey this month. So I think this is gonna be great to read while I'm in the midst of starting a new job and all that stress. Like, I think it's gonna be nice to have this to pick up when I'm feeling stressed. I am kind of sad it's hardcover. Like, I wish it matched the other paperbacks. I'm so low in the screen, but I don't feel like moving. But anyways, yeah. Okay, now for the books I got today. So not all of these are for me. I got a few for my friend and one for my brother. But first of all, I got The Wicked King by Holly Black. I read The Cruel Prince in February, I think, and I liked it. Like, it wasn't, you know, my new favorite thing, but this book is a little bit damaged. I don't know if you can see on the spine. So I was able to take it for free, but I don't mind that it's a bit damaged because it was free. So I got this. Then I got this ARC, The Half Moon by Mary Beth Keane, and she is the author of Ask Again Yes, which I started like 3 years ago. And then I think I got distracted by a readathon, so I didn't continue it. But what I read, like the first like couple chapters, I was really intrigued, so I really want to go back and read that. And this one, I think I saw the word tragedy and I was like, is it this one that had a tragedy? Maybe not. Oh, shocking news about this guy learns shocking news about his wife and then someone goes missing. So anyways, I don't know. I think it's just literary fiction and I don't know, I just decided to get it. It was free. Then I got Talking at Night by Claire Daverly, and this is a romance. This is the one. It said there's tragedy. Tragedy strikes. So I had to get it. Oh, by the way, wait, let me see. The Half Moon comes out. Oh, it's already out? No, comes out this week. So I'm not gonna get to it in time. It comes out this week. This one comes out in June. So I got those. Did I get another one? Oh, I did. Oh my god. The other one I got, honestly, like, is this supposed to be damaged? I'm not really sure why I was allowed to take this. I think it's because it's a bit like bent at the bottom, but really that's not. Anyways, I don't know why, but I wasn't going to question it. So I got Amari and the Great Game. And again, if you watched my May TBR, Amari and the Night Brothers is on that TBR. So I figured if I love it, now I have the second one and it was free. So like if I don't love it, then I can give them away and I will not have lost anything, you know, but I have a feeling I'm going to love it. So I'm very excited. So those are the books that I have hauled today, and Happy Place I got the other day. Aside from that, reading updates. I am still working my way through Queen of Air and Darkness. I think I'm now around page 600. So still have about 200 pages to go. I really wanted to finish it before the month ended, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because tomorrow's the last day of the month. I mean, I'm hoping to read a bit tonight, but I don't know. Tonight I just really want to relax because tomorrow I have a pretty busy day and then I start my job Monday, and so this is kind of like my last chance to relax before Monday. I'm so stressed. I know it's gonna be fine, but I'm so stressed. So tonight I think I might paint my nails, you know, do a little self-care. I don't know. I'm just gonna relax. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll have time to update and like finish the vlog tomorrow, so I might wait until after my first shift Monday and then I can let you guys know how it went. Does that sound good? I don't know. I really don't know what this vlog is. It's just a monthly vlog, I guess, but hopefully it's fine. If you're still watching, good on ya, but I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys maybe when I'm starting my job. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.